Welcome to That Sunna Feeling, the podcast where beauty meets ambition, hosted by Brandi and Chanel, the founders of Sunna.
Here we peel back the layers of the beauty industry, offering insider tips, business strategies, and personal stories that inspire and educate you on the path to success in your spray tanning, teeth whitening, and beauty business.
Whether you're dreaming of launching your own venture, looking to expand your revenue streams, or simply curious about what goes into our products, we're here to guide you each step of the way.
From the fundamentals of picking your very first spray tan machine to building an empire from the ground up.
That Sunna Feeling is your go-to source for business motivation and knowledge. Hi, Brandi.
Hi, Chanel.
I have a question for you to start this podcast off. We're going to start it off with a question.
I'm ready.
Brandi, what if you could get a flawless tan without the mess of bronzer?
Well, I do it anyway. With Sunna's Clear solution, which is amazing. And when it came out, I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed because that's kind of what drew me into Sunna in the very, very beginning with the Sunna products was the caramel organic bronzer. Just being that being the only bronzer and there being no dyes, there wasn't a heavy, thick layer of like mud on my skin.
A messy bathroom, messy sink.
Yeah, messy tub. Yeah. I remember I have a story for you. I'm gonna throw a curveball here, Chanel. When I was working at the bank, I had a lady that I worked with, and obviously when I first started spray tanning, I was doing both. I was working at the bank and spray tanning. And so then the buzz was coming on. And the lady said to me, she says, the last time I got a spray tan, it stained my tub. And I was like, no. She says, yeah. I said, well, there's just no way. And she says, no, it stained it. Like I can't get it off. So, and then I was obviously telling her about Sunna and then the no staining. And then she came and got a tan and was absolutely obsessed. But no, it's a real thing. So that's anyway, I like to have options in my tanning.
And I think for us, like when I tried to launch a Clear solution like year 2 of my business. It did not go over well. Like I was the only one that would use it. Nobody would buy it from me. And then we brought it back. I think it's a pinned post on my Instagram, on my personal Instagram, Chanel Nemec, about just the story of how I brought it back. I felt so strongly about it and how with proper marketing and education, it did become quickly one of our most successful selling products. But we've always wanted to do a Clear product in the retail side. We have the face tan water, but what about your body? And after trying and testing, we are here to say it is arrived. We now have a Clear hydrating formula in a mousse form. And the best part about this is that it comes in 2 different colors. So you can do, if your skin is more light medium range, you can order the light medium. If you have, a darker skin tone, you can support more DHA, then we have a medium dark version. And I think especially, Brandi, with a Clear formula, this is important.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So let's get into it. Let's just dive into Clear tanning, the benefits of Clear tanning, and what are Clear tanning products. So
Clear tanning products mean there's no bronzer. So Sunna, we have the option of you can add synthetic dyes to our products, our solutions. Those are an add-on. But if you just bought any of our retail products and they had bronzer in them or our solutions, they only have a caramel bronzer. So that's just a little bit of guide color so you know where the product is going. Or if someone's spraying you, they know where it's going. But that's going to wash off in your first shower. And with what some people find is it might not all wash off and bronzers can sweat off. So other products will have synthetic dyes in them, and those especially can be staining. So that's just what makes it different. There's no bronzer. There's no guide color. Clear solutions, Clear tanning products are what they are. Clear. There's going to be no guide color.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, there's DHA inside them as well.
Yes,
right. The active ingredient.
You won't see your color until your tan starts to develop, everyone's a little bit different. But let's say you did have a tan line, you probably will start to see color coming and showing like hour 4, and then it'll just keep getting darker and darker until hour 24. That's still going to be the same as a product with bronzer.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the benefits of clear tanning products?
So if you're somebody like me who's freckly and has a lot of beauty marks and super sensitive skin, so I'm always having some kind of breakout, eczema, psoriasis, when I use a product with bronzer, it will build up in those spots. So the bronzer kind of builds up in those spots, so it looks quite blotchy. And then for the freckles and the beauty marks, what happens is that bronzer kind of sticks to them. So it makes them look even more prominent. So I don't love that because I feel like it ages my skin. So I've always loved clear products. I also don't like the just like waiting. Like I don't like I have to wear something loose and I don't want to ruin my clothes. I got to wear like ugly clothes. Where I find when I use clear products, as long as it's not too tight and restricting, I can really wear anything. I can put on something white and I'm going to be okay. So I really like that. I also love how our clear products, you can shower quickly. So you're not having to leave them on for very long. That's like any express products with tans, but those are some of the benefits for me personally and why I love clear tanning products.
Yeah. And I think like sweaty people too, just naturally, like whether it may be a hormone shift or athletes or, obviously you don't want to be getting a tan and then hitting the gym or whatnot, right?
No.
But if you're just naturally have those things that are happening for you and you're a little bit on the sweatier side, that's a great product that way. Simply because I think like if with a bronzer type product, then that perspiration creates movement and shift in the bronzer. And then it always like scares your clients or it scares you. Right. And then that's always a big thing. We always get these messages. Oh my gosh, this smudge happened. Well, have they showered? It'll be fine. Right. So, there's that. And then
I also find pores on your back, on your face, on your chest. Like, I don't think I have pores, like or big pores until I have a tan with bronzer. And then it's like I have like a strawberry nose or like I see pores on my chest, especially like that day 5, day 6, I start to see it too. So I know that's something for people that have big pores. They seem to be very sensitive to that.
Yeah. Especially shaving on your legs, right?
Yeah.
And that really opens up. Bikini line is a big one. Yeah. So these are things, if you have a thicker kind of hair follicle too, like maybe a clear solution is better for you too. And then, moms and men really love it. Moms and men.
Moms and men. Yeah. Moms, when we're talking moms, we mean like, you have a baby. So you have a baby on you, like, that you're sweating because just when skin to skin contact, you're breastfeeding. So it's great. Yeah. You can shower quicker. You're not putting any bronzer on your baby. You still need to be careful with the transfer. of the product, but they seem to really like that, how just more simple and easy it is. They're not getting, bronzer and bronzer on their baby. And then men don't want you to know that they had a spray tan, especially. So if they have bronzers, leaking from them, it's not their favorite thing, but they still want the tan. So like you said, men are a bit sweatier too. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I just think it's just a great option for men and moms.
Men and moms. When might you caution against somebody using a clear tanning product?
So like our Clear Mousse, for example, if somebody was brand new to self-tanning, I would say, try a product with bronzer first, get your routine down. Like I love hearing people's like self-tanning routine. Once you get self-tanning, we all have our own self-tanning routine, but until you have that and you're confident applying self-tanner properly, I don't think I'd be like running to try something like a Clear Mousse. So I would say more of an advanced, person that's used to self-tanning. And then on the flip side of that, if I was going to use a clear solution and I was a spray tan artist, if someone had never had a spray tan before, I don't think I'd be spraying them with a clear product because I'd want them to have that full experience. Same with if they've never had a spray tan, I'm going to be using a 12-hour product. I'm not going to be using a quick express and trusting them to shower and that I know what's going to happen with the results. So I think the Clear product is great, but you want to use it on someone that's used to the self-tanning process, knows the rules. You don't want to be sweating, getting water spilled on yourself. They know what to do if that happens. Just a little more of an advanced either, self-tan applier or client.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially like you say, like the water or drips or whatever, because with the bronzer on your skin, so that if something does happen, you can see it. It can be fixed. You do realize that it's happening. It's there. Whereas when the Clear solution, like you don't see any of that, right? So, they have to experience it. They have to have that full tanning experience, or just to appreciate it and understand how it all works, right? Just get it. Yeah. Okay. So tell me why you're obsessed with our new Clear Mousse.
Okay, good one. But I'm going to first, because I don't want to forget about this, we need to talk about how you would apply Clear Mousse. Like, I'm curious how you would apply it. So I was just thinking about that when you were talking. Like, I hope she'd ask that next.
It was coming up. It was coming up. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about applying.
I don't want to forget, because I think it's important. So I think when applying the Clear Mousse, I think you have to do smaller sections, and you do have to pay a little more attention. So like, pick a spot. So if you're going to start with your chest, start with this part of your chest, do this part of your chest, then do this part of your chest. Make sure you've, hit it all. Then do, this front of your arm, then do the back of your arm. Make sure you're getting the sides. Then do, down the arm. I guess some people will be watching this, like watching my gestures. So I gotta try to be very detailed. And then do the front side of the arm and the back side of the arm. And then, do like around the armpit, never in the armpit, but like around the armpit and around the side. Then do the front of your stomach. Like, be very detailed on how you apply it. Don't just like grab a mitt and just go. No, you do. I mean, that's what I do with any self-tanner anyways, but I think with the Clear, you do have to be in the right mind. Like, don't apply it after 4 glasses of wine. Just don't.
That's a good tip.
Just don't.
No, it's such a good tip, because I don't even think about it, because like you said, my routine already is like section based.
Yeah.
I start exactly what you did. I mean, we didn't talk about the legs, but the exact same thing. And so I often think about like sunscreen, how people apply their sunscreen, and it's just like, and then you're out in the sun and you got this handprint, because you didn't like rub it the right way. It's gonna be the same thing with your tanner. So yeah, I think that's where the experience comes in. So if you have your routine down with a bronzer product, and you're feeling pretty confident, then, switch to a Clear, and, just be I think extra careful around those areas like your hands and your wrists and ankles and things like that. So continue to do your blending and less product, and just follow your same.
Blending is you would put a little bit, you've had mousse on your mitt already at the very end, put lotion on that mitt, and then blend your hands and feet in kind of a circular motion. So you're going to have less product, because those areas are usually drier on the skin and they're going to pick up product.
They also see the sun a lot more, so they tend to just be darker. Hands are always out there, right? Hands and feet. So,
okay, now I'll answer your question.
Okay, so why are you obsessed?
First of all, Sunna has come up with an odor blocker, and this is our first product that has it in it. So this has actual ingredients that are going to stop you from, so in the first 24 hours of your tan developing and getting a spray tan, a lot of people will complain about a certain body odor that they notice. So this actually has a blocker in it, in the formula, that's going to stop that. And I've tested it and it's been game changer, especially there's different times, especially for women, like hormonally where you're at, that it can be worse. I've tried it both, all different weeks of my cycle, and it's blocked. I would want to say 95% of that tanning smell. And what I love is after that rinse, like I will not smell a tanning smell again, which is like my favorite feature, I have to say. And I'm excited for Sunna to roll that out throughout the whole line. And that's something to definitely look forward to. And then our 2 colors. So we have the light medium and the medium dark. So we really are giving you a product for your skin tone, which is great. And it means if you are, a darker skin tone now, you don't have to leave it on for 8 or 9 hours to get your desired darkness. Like you can buy this product and leave it on for 3 to 6 and still get your desired darkness. So I love that. Express formula, obviously. I love an express formula. I know 12 hours, like we talk about it all the time. 12-hour is like gives you a beautiful result. I just do not have the patience for that personally.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the 3 featured ingredients that we think are awesome. So we have prickly pear fruit extract, kakadu plum, and then hyaluronic acid. So also just amazing for your skin, especially if you're someone like me that struggles with dryness and moisture getting locked in.
Hydration is huge. I mean, you need that in any self-tanning product. And then the other 2 products, just high antioxidants as well, delivering to the skin. So, and then it smells beautiful too. It's not, again, just as you come to know and love about Sunna, we don't have that synthetic fragrance. And so it's just the natural, tannings, the natural and fabulous ingredients that you're smelling there. So, doesn't smell bad at all. Obviously that no odor blocker as well. So when would you recommend, when would you recommend using Clear products?
I think anyone and everyone, but like I said, nobody that's new to tanning, but especially for brides, it's great. They're going to be wearing a ton of white. You're not having any transfer. Like we said, moms, men.
I do want to talk a little bit about the transfer because there is no bronzer transfer. However, what happens is that we're tanning the skin and those skin cells, they're dead skin cells that we're tanning. And so they're sitting on top of the skin and then they turn brown. And then when they slough off, you're losing brown skin. And so if you have tighter clothing and it's kind of rubbing, on your dresses, especially a bridal dress, if it's really hot, sweaty or whatever, people may experience some rub off from the tan. It's not the bronzer, it's their skin. And so, but I mean, the great part about that is that it is easily washable, right? Because there is no dyes or anything like that. So it's just their dirty skin.
Yeah. It's just your dirty skin. It comes off super easy. This is really important to tell brides because they'll ask, will there be transfer? And you'll say no, because I'm using a Clear product, but they might see a little bit of transfer, like anything that's scratching their armpits all night or like boning where you're under your breasts, like in your cleavage. Like that's where I'll always see tan no matter what product I use. But like you said, with just like a little bit of soap, it comes out super easy because it's not a dye. It's just your dead skin cells. So
there's one thing we didn't talk about, the type of person, it's like a busy person or wants to get tanned and then put on their clothes and then go about their day. And, without the transfer of the rub off of a bronzer product and, they'll gradually tan throughout the day, but it's not as super noticeable, super dark, before showering kind of thing. So that's something, obviously you'll want to shower within the recommended time or what makes sense for you and your skin type. I know for me, if I'm using a lighter tanning product, even if it's an express formula, I can, let it stay on my skin longer than recommended. I'm not too worried about it, because I can go a bit of a darker product. The only thing I will say, by saying that is that you do want to really hydrate your skin. If you're leaving an express product on, longer than the recommended shower time, because it is going to be more drying on your skin
extra
in general.
drying, yeah.
So yeah. So just keep those things in mind. We know everybody has, there's climate that affects it, skin type, hormones, how much you're applying on your skin. All of these things really factor in to the end result of your tan, right? And I will say it's happy fall. Up in Canada anyway. It's, it's fall everywhere, but this is the best time, to have a tan, a self tan. This is when your skin, it's like the temperature is just like perfect. The weather is just perfect for us in Alberta anyway. This is when like your most flawless tans happen, I find anyway, September, October, because your skin we're still hydrated here. But we're not winter dry yet. It's not winter dry. And I remember that from my tanning days, like in the fall, everybody just was like, my tan's amazing this time. I'm like, yeah, it's fall season. So, but that's just for us and where we're located in Alberta, Canada. So I don't know.
Drier climate. I think that's pretty across the board though. Everyone kind of experiences that.
Yeah.
Unless you're somewhere super, super humid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think we covered it. So we can't wait for you guys to try it. Let us know your feedback. Can't wait for you guys to sell it.
Very excited to hear what you think and what your clients think.
Yeah. And let us know about that odor blocker.
Thanks for listening.